So you want to tell us a little bit of what you're scheming here?
Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant a garden that's all about pollinators, birds, bees, butterflies. We have native perennials, we have native shrubs. What we found here was a lawn all the way up to the house. We had some invasive exotics, Rose of Sharon, that were planted, so we've taken them out. We've sacrificed part of the lawn in order to create our planting beds, and what we have are some stepping stones running through the center as a garden path.
And this is going to provide great access for you to come and do a little maintenance on your garden.
Yeah, and so we're first-time gardeners, so budget was definitely a concern as well.
And that's important because we could have pushed all the way out to the sidewalk with perennials,
right.
But this is really, it's a balance for a beginning gardener as well as budget. If we had gone all the way to the sidewalk, the budget would have skyrocketed.
Well, this is great. Who wants to get started on the planting?
Yeah, let's stage it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Great.
All right. Wow, it's really looking incredible in here. What do you think?
Josh, the pops of color are just absolutely amazing.
Well, I think season after season, you're going to have surprises. I think you're going to love it. What we've really tried to do is layer the garden from low at the front of the garden towards high at the house. And one of those high plants that we've got is switchgrass. It's going to get 5 to 6 feet tall in this location.
It's a great backdrop.
Absolutely, and the butterflies love it.
And what about this one right here?
It's Joe Pieweed, and again, it's going to be a nectar source and habitat for the butterflies.
It's beautiful. And then I see we have some inkberries here, a nice evergreen backdrop for the foundation.
Yeah, and Josh, that'll be perfect for the winter time. It can get kind of barren right in front of our house.
And as we transition into the perennial world down here, look at this beautiful coneflower.
The birds, especially the goldfinches, are going to love that coneflower, and the phlox are just going to be a draw for hummingbirds and butterflies, and we've got that in shades of purple, white, and pink, and we've got that on both sides of the path.
I can't wait to see the kind of wildlife this attracts.
And it transitions down to this lower, beautiful purple.
This is a beautiful perennial. It's Stokes Aster or Stokesea. It's going to have evergreen foliage during the winter, which is big for our structure. We don't just want for this to be a sea of mulch.
So we have the sun plantings over here, and let's see what we have over here in the shade.
Oh, we've got quite a few plantings underneath this willow oak here.
Like this beautiful oak leaf hydrangea.
This is oak leaf hydrangea Alice. It grows both in full sun and full shade, but because it's in shade, it's going to have very large leaves.
And the larger the leaves, the better for photosynthesis.
Wow, and what about the color of the flowers?
This is going to be a creamy white in the June time frame.
Great.
And the fall foliage is spectacular.
Wow.
Looks like we have some more perennials over here.
Are these ferns, Josh?
They are ferns. That's a deciduous wood fern. Over here I've got an evergreen wood fern, and they'll be at least 3 feet tall as they mature.
Wow, and so this is going to be super lush and green in this section.
It will be.
So why don't we get planting?
Whenever you're digging, you want to call a utility marking service to stay safe. We do have a gas line running through the yard, so we do have to be careful of that. So what we want to do is dig a hole almost as deep as the container, just a little bit wider. Take the plant out of the container. You want to break up that root ball so that the roots have as much opportunity to grow out into the surrounding soil as possible.
There we go. Does that look good?
Looks perfect.
We want to plant it high, backfill with a mixture of the existing soil and the organic material from the bed.
With the plants all in place, we're going to spread this hardwood mulch. And we want to put it about 2 to 3 inches thick. We'll spread it around and just keep away from the base of the plants as to not smother them.
Okay.
We want to give everything a nice deep soaking to start. We want to check it once a day to check and see if it needs more water.
So the plants are installed, the mulch is in, everything's watered. What do you think?
It's an absolutely incredible transformation. I love it.
Well, and the butterflies love it too, and that's only the beginning. You're going to have birds, bees, everyone's going to come and enjoy this garden.
we've already got a butterfly right over there.
Beautiful.